Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, music's on, windows down, car feels smooth, and then, suddenly, your check engine light pops on. Instant stomach drop, right? Here's the thing, though. Cars don't usually die from one huge, dramatic boom. Nope. What actually happens is way less cinematic. They fade, little by little. A skipped oil change here, a worn-out filter there, maybe ignoring those squeaky brakes a little too long, and before you know it, that car you loved is basically begging for retirement. But here's the good news. Keeping a car alive isn't rocket science. In fact, most of the stuff that makes your car last for years is cheap, simple, and easy. You just need to know when to do it. That's what we're doing today. I'm going to walk you through a super simple car care routine. No crazy mechanic talk, no overwhelming steps, just the real basics that keep your car happy. Oil, tires, brakes, fluids, a few hidden gems like your AC system and wipers. And yes, I'll even give you a realistic idea of what this stuff costs. Because let's be real, half the time people skip maintenance because they assume it's crazy expensive. Spoiler alert, it's usually way less than you think. By the end of this, you'll have a clear game plan. You'll know how often to do things without stressing, and you'll feel way more confident about taking care of your car. All right, let's kick this off with the heart of it all, oil. Think of oil like your car's blood. Without clean oil flowing through the engine, everything inside starts grinding instead of gliding. And when that happens, your engine wears out fast, way faster than you want. That's why an oil change is literally the cheapest insurance you can buy for your car. Most cars these days are perfectly fine going about 5,000 to 7,500 miles between changes, especially if you're using synthetic oil. If you're not sure, just peek at your owner's manual. But honestly, about every 6 months is a safe and simple rule of thumb. Now, let's talk money. If you're the DIY type, changing your own oil usually runs you $40 to $60 for oil and a new filter. If you'd rather let a shop handle the mess, it's more like $70 to $120 depending on your car. And here's the kicker. That small investment can literally save you from a $3,000 engine replacement. So yeah, it's worth it.
Now, while we're on the topic of clean air and fluids, let's talk about filters. And no, I don't mean Instagram filters. Your car actually has two really important ones, one for the engine and one for you. The engine filter's job is to stop dust, dirt, and even bugs from getting sucked inside. When it's clean, your car breathes easy, runs smooth, and doesn't waste gas. When it's clogged, your engine feels sluggish, like it's trying to jog while wearing a face mask. Swapping this guy every couple of years, or around 20,000 miles, is usually enough, more often if you're living somewhere dusty. Price-wise, you're looking at $20 or $30 if you do it yourself, maybe $50 to $70 if you have a shop do it. Now, the other filter, the cabin filter, is for you and your passengers. This little hero cleans the air that actually comes inside the car. If your AC starts feeling weak, or your vents give off that musty old gym bag smell, chances are your cabin filter is overdue. Changing it about once a year usually does the trick. And again, we're not talking bank-breaking money. At home, it's $20 to $40. At a shop, $50 to $90. Still cheaper than suffering through hot, smelly summer drives. Speaking of summer, let me share a little secret most new drivers don't know. If your AC feels weak, it's not always broken. A lot of times, it's just that your AC condenser, that little radiator-looking thing behind the front grille, is clogged up with dirt, bugs, and leaves. Over time, it gets gross, and your AC has to work way harder. The easy fix? Grab a garden hose and gently spray it down once or twice a year. No high pressure though, those fins bend easy. Trust me, you don't want to explain to a mechanic why your condenser looks like an accordion. Cost for this trick? Pretty much free. Maybe $5 or $10 if you use compressed air instead of water. Now, if you've cleaned the condenser and swapped the cabin filter, but your AC still can't keep up, it might just be low on refrigerant. That's the magic gas that actually makes the air cold. You can grab an AC recharge kit with a little pressure gauge from the parts store, usually $40 to $60. Hook it up, check if it's low, top it off. Easy. If it keeps running low though, that means you've got a leak, and that's when it's time for a shop visit. And you do not want to run your AC low for too long because that can burn out the compressor. And a compressor replacement, $800 to $1,500. That's not fun. All right, let's shift gears, literally, to the only part of your car that actually touches the road, your tires. Tires affect everything: safety, fuel economy, even how smooth your ride feels. Here's the deal. Check your air pressure once a month. The right number isn't written on the tire. It's actually inside your driver's door. Stick to that, and you'll get the best mix of safety and gas mileage. There's also the good old penny test for tread. Stick a penny in the grooves. If you can see the top of Lincoln's head, your tires are too worn. That's when it's time to think about replacements. Rotating your tires about once a year, usually every 6,000 to 8,000 miles, helps them wear evenly. A rotation is cheap, like 20 to 40 bucks. New tires? That's where it stings a bit, usually 400 to 800 for a full set, depending on what you drive.
But again, we're talking about the only thing keeping you connected to the road, so kind of worth it. Now, let's talk brakes. This is one of those things you do not want to ignore. If you hear squeaks, grinding, or you feel the pedal vibrate when you slow down, that's your car begging for attention. Brake pads usually last anywhere from 30,000 to 70,000 miles, which is about 3 to 5 years for the average driver. When it's time, a fresh set of pads runs you 150 to 300 per axle at a shop. If you're handy with tools, you can cut that in half by doing it yourself. And trust me, skipping brakes can cost you way more than money. It can cost safety. Now, everyone knows about oil and brakes, but here's where a lot of beginners miss stuff. Your car actually has a whole family of fluids besides oil. Coolant is a big one. Check it twice a year, before summer heat and before winter cold. Brake fluid should get changed about every 2 or 3 years. Transmission fluid usually lasts 30 to 60,000 miles. And washer fluid, well, that one's cheap, like $5, but you'll kick yourself if you run out while driving behind a muddy truck. Let's slide into seasonal prep. Winter? Cold kills weak batteries faster than anything, so have yours checked before the deep freeze hits. Swap in winter washer fluid so it doesn't turn into ice slush in your tank. And make sure your tires have enough tread to grip icy roads. Summer? That's when coolant really matters, plus keeping the AC condenser clean and checking refrigerant. Most of this seasonal stuff costs barely 20 to 50 bucks in fluids, but can save you huge headaches. Now, let's talk batteries. Nothing kills a good day like hopping in your car, turning the key, and hearing click, click, click. Dead. It sucks. The easy way to avoid that? Peek at your battery once in a while. If you see that white or green crusty buildup on the terminals, clean it off with baking soda and water or a little battery brush. Batteries usually last about 3 to 5 years, and most part stores will test them for free. A new one runs 100 to 200 bucks, which is way cheaper than calling for a tow. Oh, and don't forget about your wipers. It sounds boring, but nothing's worse than being caught in a downpour with streaky, squeaky blades that smear more than they wipe. If they skip, squeal, or leave lines, it's time for new ones. Most people replace them about once a year. At home, they're 15 to 30 each. At a shop, maybe 50 to 70 installed. But it's such a small price for being able to actually see where you're going. Last but not least, lights. Your headlights, brake lights, and turn signals are how you talk to other drivers on the road. Once a month, just do a quick walk around your car and check them all. Most bulbs are 10 to 20 bucks. If you're into brighter LED upgrades, maybe 40 or 50 each. Still cheaper than a ticket. Or worse, getting rear-ended because someone didn't see you.
So why does all of this matter? Because most cars don't die of old age. They die because no one took care of them. Ignoring a $20 air filter or a $40 oil change can spiral into a $1,000 repair way too easily. But when you stay on top of these little things, and honestly, it's not even a huge list, your car can easily last over a decade. Maintenance is peace of mind. It's freedom. It's knowing that when you hop in your car for a road trip, it's going to start, it's going to run, and it's going to get you there without drama. And that's it, your simple car care routine. 11 easy things that keep your car alive and happy. Oil, filters, brakes, tires, fluids, a little seasonal prep, plus the extras like batteries, wipers, and lights. Keep up with these, and you'll dodge those expensive surprise repairs and enjoy your car way longer. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the first car maintenance mistake you ever made? And if this video made car care feel a little less scary, go ahead and give it a like. Hit subscribe if you want more simple car tips explained in plain English. Take care of your car, and it'll take care of you.